Hey players! Recently the Bensonhurst Bean put up an article about a statue on 86th Street, my neighborhood, that has a living heartbeat. Local neighborhood people are now flocking to the statue, saying it's a miracle from God. But what is a miracle? Is it proof that God exists, or maybe something more? A miracle is a surprising and welcome event that cannot be explained by natural or scientific laws and could be taken as being divine. What that means is if something happens and we can't explain it, we tend to chalk it up to something more, maybe even a higher being with a grand plan in mind. And the point we come to is that there's safety in believing that everything is decided for us, good and bad. When miracles happen and they're good, believers will say that it's the will of God showing us that He's watching and protecting. But when things go bad, people tend to say it's part of God's plan and we can't even begin to understand it. The thing is that neither of those positions prove that God exists, and I'll tell you why. Throughout history, we've questioned everything from how the solar system works to how to properly unravel a roll of toilet paper. And although we may not have all the answers, we can understand that there's a step-by-step process as to how it occurs. To believe that something exists in this world that is completely inexplainable, in my eyes, it means you're simply giving up. Think of it like this: if God were to interject and create miracles and disasters, that would mean He's showing favoritism to those people He wants to help feed His power. And that doesn't sound like an all-loving God. It sounds like the kind of person who picks the tall, fast kids in sports versus the short, fat ones because it increases their chances of winning. When bad things occur, we tend to look away from belief and wonder, where is God then? Some people will use situations like this to question their faith. If God cares about them, how could He let them suffer? While others use these disastrous events to bring them closer to God. And then there are those who get so focused on the why that they simply say, well, it's God's will, completely out of our hands, we can't even begin to understand it. Wait a minute, when things are good we can see God's message, and when they're bad we are totally incapable of understanding it? This line of reasoning takes the miracles out of miracles. If something happens that's miraculous or disastrous, it doesn't mean we shouldn't focus on the why, but we should also focus on the how, as in how we let these events influence or inspire our lives. Because no matter what your belief, you can still learn a lesson, that miracles can happen, but what they ultimately mean is decided by you. As always guys, love and peace. Speaking of miracles, you will not believe what happened to me. I was sitting down in the kitchen and I made myself a bowl of SpaghettiOs, and it spelt out the word ooh. I think it might have been a ghost.